Okay. So let me share my screen. So we got in screen. Okay. Just hide that. Right. Okay, so the past week has been absolutely fantastic. Uh, okay, so let's start off with the weekly time frame. USDC Jeff. I mean, this is something that Alex discussed already. And yeah, I mean, it was perfect head and shoulders pattern. And this is just, it just shows you that, you know, it just, losses are just part of the game. It's just like, you just have to take the trades 10 times over, right? Um, so cool. Yeah, okay, so this is it. Yeah, so just take the trades 10 times over and it will work out in the end of the day. It's just probability and that's it. Okay, so this week USD CHF, if we look at the 4-hour time frame, I think we have an area of interest, which is, let me see, I think he marked off something like this, I guess. Something else. Wait, what was it again? I don't know. I think it was, let me see. I think he's just waiting for a retest to then buy, really. That's it. But we also have a area of interest right here. If I just mark this off, right? We have a small area of interest. We have one, kind of like two, kind of three, two, three. So if we come back to here, then we could take the trade. But let me actually double check so I'm not doing something wrong. Right, it's good. Okay, so USDCHF. Yeah, let me just check really quickly. I just had to make an IG story, right? Because we're always working. You should uncheck this. Next, unread swing trading lab. Okay, so yeah. Kind of like mark this off a little bit wrong. So the area of interest, the new area of interest. We have a RAM psychological level, kind of, right? Right here we have a RAM psychological level, which is, oh shit, 89,000. Yes, an area of interest. We have to drag it down a little bit. Let me just check again. Yeah, okay. Where is it? It's almost touching. So clearly on the daily, right? So it's almost touching which one? Which one is it touching? It's touching almost blue candle. This right here. And he deleted this other one, right? So he doesn't have this one. This doesn't exist for him. Okay, so it's got a new area of interest, pretty much. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so I got the new area of interest. Okay, cool. So lines look almost identical now. Charts identical to Alex. All right. So yeah, this week's just very, very simple. Pullback to then buy, pretty much. Okay, Euro USD. We have been waiting for a retest to then buy. It didn't happen really. So now I think that's what is going to happen next week. So we're gonna keep that on the watch list. Now let me check. I'm just gonna uncheck everything right here, just the cat. So we can walk through every single pair. TJ. Okay, so now USD cat. Right now, weekly time frame is, yeah, had we had to push, and yeah, we had to push. Pretty much gone, isn't it? Because we had the highest point, and yeah, I mean we have to wait like almost 2 weeks until we are interested in it again in it. So yeah, I'm not interested in this market. USD cat, something not interested. Euro AUD. So weekly time frame on Euro AUD is currently at the highest point. We are bullish again, which is amazing because we now just shifted. Now we could wait for a pullback still. I think that's the same thing that we just waited for last week. So still waiting for a retracement, then a buy. So, but I would say it would take more than a week because it would have 1 week of a pullback and one week of a rejection, right? So we could also possibly trade this market now because we are having signs of rejection. We can have a daily bearish engulfing, having the pullback right now, kind of. Is it showing us any patterns? It's kind of like left, head. I don't know. I wouldn't trade this. I would wait for the pullback really. I would wait for the weekly time frame to align. Okay, so yeah, I'm simply not interested in it. I think there are gonna be other markets that we're gonna be interested in. USD JPY weekly time frame. We are right now bullish. Yeah, we had to push pretty much. We missed it. Yeah, missed it, quote unquote. Whereas we can't really miss anything that we haven't prepared for. So weekly time frame at the highest point, and yeah, daily is highest point, 4 hour highest point. Simply not interested. All right. So now USD JPY, we're gonna drop that. NZD CAD weekly time frame. We are also bearish. We rejected this previous structure point. We had to push. So now all as we are gonna wait for is the pullback, and this is gonna take more than a couple of it's gonna take more than a week probably. So I'm not gonna be interested in this. So yeah, I hope there's gonna be something better next week. AUD CAD weekly time frame. So weekly time frame, we're kind of like having a rejection candlestick, and it's a good doji. It shows good signs of rejection already. So it has a pullback. We could buy with the daily, we could sell with the daily in the 4 hour time frame because we are right now rejecting it. We're also rejecting this EMA, rejecting the areas of interest. And we kind of like had the shift of structure already. So I'm like, this trade we should have taken the trade already last week. But I would just ask myself, right? Like weekly time frame. Is it just gonna have to push now after we have 1 week of rejection? Yeah, it could happen. We could have the wick to the upside, so it could just create like a wick and then move to the downside, right? It has a lot of downside potential. So yeah, I'm pretty interested in this market. Gonna move the alert to right here. And yeah, that's it. It's very simple, very straightforward. Okay, I don't need these areas anymore. Delete them. Say the cat I like very much. NZD USD. Okay, weekly time frame. We're at the lowest point, and it already had kind of like the push last week, so we missed it, quote unquote, missed it, right? We can't miss anything that we haven't prepared for. And yeah, at the lowest point, so I don't think I'm interested in this one because yeah, it's gonna take multiple days for the pullback and then to have the retracement. Weekly time frame. we want to wait for the weekly time frame to give us more candlesticks before we want to sell. Okay, so I'm not interested in this. Euro GBP having a pullback. This looks beautiful. And also we could pretty much fill the wick from last week. We also had a daily EMA, and yeah, it could be a good day trade for daily time frame. We are bullish though if we would count this as an elbow, which I would. So daily bullish for bullish. So it is not the perfect time to really take buy sell right now. So I'm not interested in it. Euro JPY weekly time frame is currently, yeah, we're bullish and bearish, which shifts the structure. And what I would say is we are at, you see, so is this an area of interest? I wouldn't count this as one, it's too thick. So weekly time frame, when I think pull back, this is a daily area of interest. Difficult, man. Well, because we're bullish on daily and 4 hour, we have to wait anyways for the daily and 4 hour to turn bearish again. So we can just keep the areas like they are. And yeah, it's pretty simple. Just wait for break, retest, and then possibly sell. And that's it. Break, retest, sell. Very straightforward. Weekly time frame. Yeah. If we would have a rejection to this area first. Yeah, how likely is it that it's gonna have a pullback to here, then reject, then come here, then create this wick, come back, and then have to move right within 1 week? It's kind of unlikely. So I just want to watch it really and just learn from it. Watch this market. Euro JPY. Okay. So GJ, it's pretty similar. Weekly time frame, kind of like rejecting this area right here. It's kind of like a head and shoulders, right? 4 hour time frame. Looks good. Looks good. We have bullish as well though, so if we count this as an elbow. So but this is also bullish still. Weekly bullish, daily bullish. Yeah, it's not really clear, so I'm not interested. I don't like it. GPCHF. Oh wow. Has had a massive move in the daily. Now it's doing something. Daily time frame, 4 hour time frame. Also kind of like rejecting this previous structure point. We are very bullish on the 4 hour and daily, so we could buy. But I would just ask myself, right? If we are consolidating for that long, do you really want to take a risk to buy right now? Like, it's just, I mean, we are bullish, but I'm not a big fan of it, honestly. I don't want to take that. AUD JPY, rejecting this area of interest. We are also, could we count this as, yeah, with bearish on these time frames? So it's kind of like I would wait for 1 week of a rejection before I take anything really. So I'm not a big fan of this. GBP USD weekly time frame. Yeah, we are bearish, having a pullback, had to push kind of, and now bearish against. But it's good because we could still take the trade. It has downside potential, and if we look on the daily time frame, this is a okay area of interest, I would say. It's the previous structure point right here. If I go down to the 4 hour, you can see that this is also like an area of interest. So we could take this trade. We have 2 time frames in sync, which is everything that we need. And yeah. GBP USD I'm also interested in. GBP CADs weekly time frame. We have bullish having a pullback. First week of a pullback. We have a daily area of interest. It looks kind of like an area of interest, right? But look at this. here. Yeah, we have 1, 2, 3. This looks like a good area of interest to me. Also romp psychological, I guess. So yeah, this could be a good day trade as well. And yeah. Now GBP NZD weekly time frame. It's also at the highest point, kind of like having this doji candle stick and having the pullback. I would wait for the daily time frame to come back to. Let me see. Not a big fan of this. Maybe with better markets, right? Yeah. Do you think it's gonna have just move, right? Like, yeah, it hasn't happened in a while, so I don't want to take that risk on myself, to be honest. So now entity JPY already had like a week of a pullback, daily time frame. We are kind of like rejecting, but I don't really like it. I think it has to have a little bigger retracement before I'm interested in selling this market. So I'm not gonna be interested in that. I have better markets to trade. CAD JPY weekly time frame is pretty much, yeah, I mean, bearish, bullish. It's again bearish. Having the pullback looks very good. So I would think this would very likely be ready next week. I really like that. I really like the weekly time frame. We are bullish though, so it's like, man, it's unfortunate. I would wait a week, honestly. I would wait a week, that's better. Euro NZD weekly time frame. We are currently also at the highest point, so I don't think I'm gonna be interested in that. Daily time frame. Yeah, I don't know what we could trade with the daily in 4 hour though, so but we're at the highest point now, thanks, with better markets. And lastly, AUD USD, we are at the lowest point, so I don't think I'm gonna be interested in that. It's gonna have a larger pullback, I think, especially with that wick. I think we're gonna fill that wick and come back here. So I would just simply wait. So not interested. So we got USDCHF waiting for a pullback to then buy. We were trading with the daily and the 4 hour still, okay, because Alex is waiting for that. So it's the Alex confidence which applies here. Euro USD is currently also having pullback and we're bearish. And yeah, I would wait for a retracement to there and then wait for the entry signal and take the fucking sell, bro. And fucking get rich, motherfucker. Okay, AUD CAD weekly time frame is currently weekly time frame on AUD CAD is currently yeah, also having pullback, kind of like you could fill this wick to the downside, and it's a very big rejection candlestick on the weekly. Same with the daily, it's rejecting this stuff, and 4 hours rejecting the EMA, which I like. And also we kind of like have this. Is it a head and shoulders? I don't know if I want to count this as a head and shoulders, kind of like an ugly head and shoulders, right? Left head, right shoulder. It's kind of like forming the right shoulder right now, so it's, but it still hasn't formed yet, so it's not valid. GBP USD, same thing. I think we're only trading with the daily into 4 hour though, because we had to push GBP cats. Yeah, it had to push the downside. And this would be a good trade as well. So I like this more than GBP USD. So yeah, this is gonna be my 5 markets this week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty simple, straightforward, and I'm enjoying my coffee. Okay. That's pretty much it for this week. Pretty curious what Alex is gonna share about that. Yeah.